Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing card-based real-time strategy game Golem Gates. The game features a 15 mission campaign, which is pretty repetitive. Most of the time you have to capture certain locations or destroy certain locations around the map, and then eventually defeat the enemy base. More interesting, in my opinion, are the trials, which are little challenges that give you different objectives that you have to do on the various maps in the game. You also have a survival mode where you have to survive for 15 minutes. And then there's also a versus mode which you can play online or against the AI. Disappointingly, there's not very many maps for the versus mode. That's kind of really the main improvement that I'd like to see in the game, is to have more content there. I'm actually going to do a survival game. You can play this online also. There are maps for this one. But I'm going to do a random wasteland, which randomly generates a map, which again, they could probably adapt that a little bit and make it mirrored for versus mode, but that is not a feature that is in the game. I would definitely like to see that though. Before you start, you have a deck. This is a card-based game, and you earn new cards by completing missions in the campaign, finishing the challenges, or doing survival or versus games. And then you add those cards to your deck. There doesn't seem to be a limit to the number of cards you can have in your deck. And it's better to have more cards than not, because once you run out of cards, it takes time to reshuffle the deck, and you can't do anything while it's reshuffling. So you really kind of behooves you to have more cards in your deck than not. So you can customize that before you go in. Have certain cards in there more often than others if you have multiple copies of it. And then as you go, you can actually get points, which you can use to forge new units, which I haven't actually checked out the ones for today yet. So let's see what we got here. Are any of these good? I might do that. Might do that one too. We'll do both of those. This one I don't really like that. Yeah, I'll do that too. Alright, there we go. And then I'll add those to my deck simply by dragging and dropping them over. And then you have little filters and stuff for the different types of units and cards. And then the shapes of the cards kind of tell you what they're for, so it's pretty interesting. Alright, so we'll go in with those new cards there into a random way. So this takes about 15 minutes is how long you have to survive. Versus is very similar, except there's an enemy Harbinger that you have to battle and then defeat them instead of surviving. And then the trials have different objectives, as do the campaign missions. So, here we go. Alright, first thing you can do is pick which cards you want to not have in your starting deck. That one's alright. Don't need those two yet. So swap those out. One more units, which is good. I got more units there. Alright. So what you need to do is cap stuff. These little points here will give you more energy that you can use to cast spells. And I think I'm going to use... This is my main base. So I'm going to put this around. I'm just going to leave my Harbinger here. If he's moving, you can't actually cast anything, which is pretty interesting. I'll put my... Actually, I'll probably put my energy thing down here. So, your energy grows over time, and then also your max limit grows over time, too, so you can afford better units as the game goes on. Pretty interesting there. I like the interface of the game. It has all your units listed over here on the side. It also automatically assigns them a number key based on, automatically does it, so you can hotkey to them and stuff like that. You can also press Q, and that will select all units that are on the screen at one time, which is pretty handy. Alright, so I actually need to get going here so I don't die too much. Alright, let me get my Harbinger's little projection guide to try to cap some stuff. go down there. Yeah, let me try to get the rest of these. God, that point is so far away. It's almost not even worth going all the way down there. I guess I will. So let's do... Yeah, we got an enemy turret right there, so he's dead. This is actually a really crappy map to have. I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive this one. Because the other points are so far away. This one discards one card but gives you 3. So there's some interesting randomization here about which cards you get. So it really means that you can't have a set build order. Which is interesting. You have little spells that you can cast, defensive buildings you can place, and then units you can call in, and then buffs that you can do. So you can like recall a unit and then heal them. So since this is defense here, I'll probably mainly turtle in here, although I wish I could get another. I need to at least cap this base here. The other two are just too far away. And the problem is you're getting constantly swarmed by enemies while you're doing it too. And then the gameplay of the other modes is very similar. Put a little trap there. Traps and stuff you can have. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to really do much. Cap and other stuff. Enemies are pretty strong here. You can get lucky with the, you know, the random maps here. I don't think I'm going to be able to survive this. I'm also getting really, really crappy cards. It's part of the issue. Yeah, this is actually a pretty terrible game. I'm getting a lot of traps and stuff early on instead of units. Alright, come on. Get out of the way. Can't even afford anything. Yeah, this was a bad map. So, I'm gonna lose. But I do like the, I do like it. I actually might, yeah, I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna go actually and do a, versus. The game is very difficult. Now, I actually did earn some stuff just by quitting. Quitters win too, kids. I don't really want that card. So, you do unlock stuff even by losing. Alright, let's do an AI match on this smaller map here. We'll just do normal there. Game is extremely challenging. Across the board in any of the game modes. So that's good, you know. Can't get frustrating though, obviously. Alright, let's see where I want to turtle. Right over here. Yeah, and you can place cards anywhere in your field of vision, which is interesting. Alright. Should try to cap this thing. No, they're already coming. Yeah, this is a small map. Come back a little bit so I can defend. Man, I'm gonna get beat on this one too. All I have is towers I can't afford. Sometimes the pathfinding's a little wonky where they can't fit between your towers and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this one too. Like I said, this game is difficult. And a lot of it is, well, not a lot of it, some of it is randomization about which cards you get. You know, I can't even afford that one yet. And I can't afford that one either. So there's not really much else I can do right now. Did get my point back though. Yeah, I have no units left. Hopefully my towers here can at least hold. Projectile barrier. Yeah, run away. I need units. There's something at least. Not too big. That I can do. Doesn't really do anything for me though. So, oh, there's something. Alright. Can we try to cap this? Need more energy. I don't think I can. I can do that while on the way over. I do like the restriction of only casting stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot about the defending guys. There are neutral defenders on some of these points. But I like being able to cast only in areas that you can see. You know, so it really kind of... I can't get that yet. Really puts an emphasis on scouting ahead of time. Here, we're going to defend that. At least a little bit so they can't come over and snipe it. We'll put a mine down too. Alright, I have that. Let's try to get this one. Hey guys, what's up? Upgrade that. Alright, now I'm actually in fairly decent shape. Pretty good number of units. I got this thing in the middle. I'm getting a ton of energy. Alright, so... Almost want to just take them out right now. Can I afford this yet? No, that's way later. Oh, hey guys, what's it? Oh, is that their... Yeah, that's their guy, isn't it? Well, I think I can just win this now. They're attacking me, but this guy's almost dead. Get him. Ignore the cannon. Oh shoot, my guy's dying too. Everybody's dying. Ugh. Oh, all my guys died. Well, that was interesting. Here you go. Go in here. That was close. We were both almost dead. Yeah, he's setting up over on that side. Alright. Still want to go after him. Problem is I don't have a ton of units, but I do have a lot of energy. I know he doesn't have any units. I actually think I could probably go after him now. at least meet up here and attack this thing. Need more cards. I'm assuming he's probably still back over there. Well, let's find out. Yep. Alright, let's go. Oof. Mines. You can't cast stuff on the enemy harbingers. Man. Units die pretty quick. I really need more units. These guys can't get after me. Because you gotta control the other things. You know, once you have enough of the little tower things captured, all you really can do is you're just waiting for new cards to get drawn. Yeah, this is kind of stalemate right now. 'Cause I don't have any more units in my deck to kind of go after them with. Need more units. I can afford this now, though. Might be able to take him out with the Spider King. I'm going to assume he's still back over here. Yes, I was right. Come on. There we go. Finally. A winner is me. Do I get stuff? Yeah, actually, I got a bunch of stuff. It's exciting. So it's pretty easy to get cards. Should probably add some of those to my deck. Yeah, I'll do that one, and we'll do that one. So like I said, once you run out of cards, it's bad. I really don't like that. Well, no, that's right. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there you go. That's Golem Gates. Pretty good game. I like the synthesis of card-based games and the randomness that it introduces into the game, plus the strategy of building a deck. Although usually having a bigger deck is better because of the time required to reshuffle the deck when you run out of cards. And a typical real-time strategy game gives you a lot of different options between, you know, building a bunch of units, building defenses, where to use those, when to use your buffs and debuffs and all that stuff, where to place your traps on your structures. when you spend your energy, whether to save up for, placing stuff all at once to kind of bait the other guy into attacking you when you actually have a lot more things. So really interesting kind of strategy combination there. Campaign's a bit repetitive. You're usually going after enemy bases and then eventually killing the main base. The challenges are a lot more interesting with varied objectives there. You have the survival mode, which is pretty difficult, especially if you do a bad random map. And then the versus mode is competitive online or against the AI. Just needs more maps to do that. You got a bunch of cards you can unlock and then place in your deck. The interface is good. I like that it automatically assigns units number keys to start out with until you have more than 10 units. And then you can select all the units on the screen with the Q key. And you don't have to micro them either. They automatically use all of their abilities, which is good because you're going to be spending your time casting spells and stuff. For the most part, you're constantly doing things, casting new things. Near the end of the game, as you saw in that versus game, can get to the point where you're just waiting for new cards to get drawn because you have fast enough energy income where you can just afford anything new that gets placed on the table. The AI is good. Game is difficult. The campaign missions are difficult. The challenges are really difficult. Survival can be difficult based on the map lineup. And versus is challenging as well if you're against a good opponent. So I really like how the card-based game introduces a random element into it and elevates this above a typical real-time strategy game. So it's definitely a game that I recommend. That's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.